That's about 2/3 of this film.
It's not necessary.
Is just her doing pointless things and going, Edward.
So she's been wandering for a while.
Edward.
Oh! How many of these did you include?
Not all of them. They're so insane that I needed a therapist to coach me through them. Why is this happening?
That's the thing. I'm a therapist and I don't know. Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker. I'm a licensed therapist and I love movies.
And I am Alan Seawright, an unlicensed filmmaker who desperately needs therapy. And Jono,
What do you got for me, man?
the time has come. You recall, I made you react to a little film called Twilight.
Gosh.
And we had to react to so much of it that there are 2 full episodes of
And there's
Jono.
more of them. The films procreated and spawned an undead army of hideousness.
There's 4 more of them. I told you we were going to get to them.
These violent delights have violent ends.
And here we are,
You know,
making him suffer through the worst relationships that have ever been put on film.
okay, so here's the thing.
Well, put on film and celebrated, not the worst relationships ever.
As a relationship expert, these films hurt me deeply, and I want to hurt them as bad as they hurt me.
So this is the schadenfreude episode?
Yes, it is. So this is Twilight 2. It's not New Moon, it's Twilight 2. Cinema Therapy Strikes Back.
All right, here
Let's
we
do
go.
this thing.
Let's watch some teenage angst.
Angst or angst?
Yeah, I've heard it both ways.
Oh, paper cut with a family of vampires. Did it sizzle?
It sizzled like bacon.
Oh, bacon blood.
I'm gonna not act, and I am going to fling you across a room like an idiot.
Wow. Did he just Nightcrawler there for a second? Like it looked like he disappeared and reappeared.
I honestly don't know what their speed effects are trying to be here.
Jasper.
Blood.
Oh. It's getting dark, big guy. Sun's going down.
Sun's going down real low.
Oh.
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
He's abusive. He's an abuser. He was trying to protect her. He knows how to gently push, and he flung her across a room.
Yep, he sure did. Because he likes it. Look, I know. Edward is a dreamboat and he's just looking out for me. And now he feels awful. Abusers often feel awful after they hurt you.
Sure.
He
Doesn't
feels-
make them not abusers.
He does. He feels bad for pushing her across a room into a wall and through glass. They've heard that a lot at the emergency room. Sorry.
No, don't pull your punches. man.
To real victims of abuse, it's not funny. But here, it deserves to be
You
mocked.
can't protect me
You can't
from everything.
speak a whole line in
At
one
some
breath.
point, something's gonna separate us.
She is shattering her way through the script.
Do not understand my feelings for you at all.
Not when you deliver it like that.
I don't understand your feelings for anything.
Was there feelings there? Because it sounded like Eeyore once again.
Great. Now it has a weapon. Looks like a disaster.
What's she just
I
saying?
don't believe that.
Oh, that's
So
what
don't
she's.
worry about mine.
What?
Should go inside.
What? This is like Charlie Brown. That's what this conversation is. Gosh, he towers over her. Oh, it licked
It's
the
my
lips.
birthday.
It's my birthday.
Can I ask one thing?
Throw me a party. No? Oh,
What'd she ask?
kiss me.
Kiss me.
Here, I will look constipated at you.
It hurts so much. I love you so much. It hurts. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Just so emo and emotionless at the same time.
What are we eating right now, Alan?
I am just, so this is Lisa's Passion for Popcorn. Go to passionforpopcorn.com. They will deliver to you. I am just eating comfort food. This is just my favorite one. It's jalapeno cheese because I need something to feel.
And I've got white chocolate, which is my favorite because we're going to need all the help we can get. So what's next on this caravan of terror?
Let's find out. It's like half the movie. I was trying to pick like, okay, where's all the bad relationship scenes? That's half of it. It's just half the movie.
We have to leave Forks.
Why?
And keep in mind, he may look like a teenager. Well, he may look like a 26-year-old playing a teenager.
He looks.
But he's 109 years old, and this is how
But she's matured.
mature and responsible he
Hey,
is with other people's feelings.
So our family has to
Something
leave.
to say to Charlie.
She thinks she's going with him.
Yeah, she wants to go with the family, and
You
Edward
say
tells her
why?
with this vacant stare that she can't.
I mean my family and myself.
There's no
Edward,
emotion.
what happened with Jasper?
You just don't belong in my world, Bella.
It looks like indigestion. He looks.
It mostly just looks like indigestion.
I belong with you.
I don't know whether
I'm
to give
coming.
Kristen Stewart credit here for accurately portraying the worst written female
I
character
don't
I've ever
want
read in a
you
book,
to come.
or to blame her for just being a weepy, stammery, useless pile of nothing.
You don't want me.
So he says, "I don't want you to come with you. With me. You don't love me."
No.
This feels like soap opera, but like not even like entertaining soap opera.
It's not as fun as a telenovela.
This is the last time you'll ever see me. I won't come back. And you can go on with your life without any interference from
Okay,
me.
so look, my gosh. So in the last movie, like, they had to flee because there's a vampire after them. So she says, well, my dad, Charlie, he's not going to let me go. So he says, you have to be cruel to him. You have to break his heart so that he won't chase you and that he'll
Yeah,
just be
this is his
devastated."
one move.
Yeah, this is Edward's move. I'm just going to hurt people and devastate them. And that's how I show I care about them. Like, the biggest problem with Edward is I'm going to show people that I care about them by hurting them.
Yeah, the way I'm going to show people I care is I'm going to hurt them to protect them from
Getting hurt.
me or my family or whatever.
Yeah. And so he does this thing where he's like, I'm going to be very callous and cold because it's easier for you to move on that way.
I had to lie. You believe me so easily.
And no, that's not how relationships work.
Nope.
What you do is you have an honest conversation. I care about you deeply. It's not going to work for these reasons. And I don't choose to be with you for these reasons. And I ask you to honor that choice. That's a breakup.
And the reality is, it's not easier for the dumpy, it's easier for the dumper.
Yeah.
I figured this out when I was 17 years old. He's 109. That's all this movie.
And look, I will agree with you. Edward does care.
Well, yeah,
He
he
does
obviously cares. He's just an idiot.
And that's why we talk about, I thought the Beatles were wrong when they said all you need is love.
right.
You also need maturity, and you also need respect, and you need safety. Edward does provide love. He loves Bella.
Yeah.
But he
I'm not
doesn't.
questioning that. I'm questioning why.
Because it doesn't make sense for you to love me.
Wow. but there's no safety, and there's no trust, and there's no respect. And he doesn't respect her enough to be straight with her.
Yeah.
Right? He's just going to try and break her heart so that she can get over him faster, and he thinks it's an act of mercy. Once again, Edward making decisions for what's best for Bella without Bella being in the loop.
Right.
It's just terrible. Blech.
You're just not good for me.
Oof.
Not good enough for you.
Not good enough for you.
sorry,
Like, let me
I'm
twist
so
your horrible thing you said into something even more horrible.
Yeah, Bella projects her insecurities like crazy.
That's about 2/3 of this film.
It's not necessary.
Is just her doing pointless things and going, Edward,
So she's been wandering for a while.
Edward.
Oh, yeah.
I do appreciate that they managed to get through this whole bit in just this one shot. Like, that was actually relatively clever.
Because in the book, does it drag on?
No, in the book, there's a chapter and you turn the page and it says October and it's blank, and then you turn the page and it says November and it's blank, and you turn the page and it says December and it's blank. It is hilarious and so clammy. Ugh.
I mean, this is a fairly effective device, so there's probably a green screen out the window, right? And they just keep going around her. And then
I would assume so, but the visual effects team actually did a really good job on that. There's a couple of things that I could maybe pick there, but they did a decent job.
I mean, the implication is that she hasn't changed clothes in 3 months. If we want to take this
Like
literally.
everything else. Who else can I talk to? I'm lost.
Okay, so Bella's response to him leaving is
When
beyond
you
terrible.
It is complete shutdown.
And he left.
And I mean, you know, let's be serious. Bella
He took everything.
does not have a self.
Yeah. So Edward is her world. Charlie is the one character I genuinely like. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
And Charlie.
Way too big. Way too big, Kristen. And directors. Like, whoever directed this, David something.
And David Fincher, apparently, because this is dark. Oh! Charlie, of course. Charlie can't take it. So hang on with the screaming. Okay, look, I know that in high school, emotions are they're very new. Like I remember the first time I had a girlfriend, like it was everything.
Oh yeah, no, look,
The first time you hold somebody's hand, it's like, oh.
dude, yeah, it's a big deal, and I get it. Like, we're trying to represent that and whatever, but this is.
Well, so when I had my heart broken for the first time, it was in high school, and my remedy was Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Strawberry Nesquik, and Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah,
And rinse and repeat for about 2 weeks.
sure.
And then I was sad for another few months, but like I was functional,
Yeah.
you know. And your observation that Bella doesn't have a self, I mean, I think that's why, because she's got nothing to turn to. She's got nothing to look forward to.
She is a complete blank until Edward shows up in her life. The only thing that we know about her is that she loves Edward. That's
Yeah.
it. This is. What do you know about Bella? She loves Edward.
Yep,
That's
the
it. There's
character.
nothing. We
That's
don't know
the character.
anything else she likes.
So if you get your heart broken, it's not healthy to withdraw from your friends.
No.
Your depression thing, I get it. I'm totally worried. But after a while, it's like you're still fine, and I'm going through stuff.
It's not healthy to lie in bed shrieking. I mean, maybe like a couple times you got to get it. Like that's cathartic. Okay, there's value in screaming to get it out, but there's an alternate universe mashup where she's lying in bed screaming, and Charlie comes in to help her, and she rolls over, and a xenomorph pops out of her chest. And that's why
That
she
is
was...
accurate. That is the level she was playing.
So, anyways,
Woof.
don't put all your eggs in one basket. Your life cannot be based on your romantic relationships alone. You have to be able to be on your own. And the big problem I have with Bella is if it's not Edward, it's Jacob. And Jacob, for her, isn't a romantic interest. She's just trying to cling to him as a friend.
He's a crutch.
But,
It's,
she
it's
knows that
so
he's in
terrible.
love with her or whatever he is with her. And she doesn't care that she's hurting him because she needs him.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so
And
selfish and one-sided and gross.
Bella can't swim on her own. Guys are life preservers.
Quite literally. We'll
Yeah.
get to that scene later. She can't swim on her own. Jacob is her life preserver.
But if you have to be able to swim on your own, otherwise you're going to grab a hold of whatever slimy piece of driftwood comes floating by. So you got to be able to swim on your own, and then you can find somebody to swim with. But you can't just wait for a man to fix it or a woman to fix it. Like, you got to.
Yeah.
The story. Here we go.
Alice, I saw him. Maybe I'm crazy now. I guess that's okay. If a rush of danger is
That's
what
all right.
it takes to see him, then that's what I'll find.
No. Like, this is just rationalizing suicidal tendencies.
Where the hell have you been, Luca?
Well, that's a problem I have with these stories is there are plot reasons for things to happen that it makes it okay because of the plot. But in real life, it's just terrible to model.
crazy.
Horrible.
It's like, well, she sees his ghost when she's endangering herself, so it's okay.
No,
Wow.
it's not. She's endangering herself.
I mean, it's completely stupid and reckless. When do we start?
Okay, so you don't have to stop, but you have Edward who's trying to control her
Now.
what she can't do, and Jacob who is enabling her reckless behavior because he likes her.
Because he likes it. Well, and look,
She wants her to be like him back.
as a former teenage boy who had an unrequited crush, I totally get where he's coming from. I would have done the exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to spend time with me so that we can endanger ourselves? Whatever, I'm down. You're gonna be in my garage? Let's do it.
Oh! How many of these did you include?
Not all of them.
You're okay. You're okay.
They're so insane that I needed a therapist to coach me through them. Why is this happening?
That's the thing. I'm a therapist and I don't know.
I thought this thing was starting to work, but I guess not. You know, sometimes you gotta learn to love what's good for you.
Okay, pause.
You know what I mean?
Is that the only good advice that's been given to Bella this entire film? Or you gotta learn to love what's good for you? Is that?
I would say it's mostly good advice. Look, you can't force matters of the heart. Right? And so just because something or someone's good for you doesn't mean you can like make those feelings happen or that you should get into a relationship with somebody.
I'm sure you've had clients where they were trying to learn to love what was good for them, and they've had a terrible marriage because of it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not a lifestyle choice, Bella. I was born this way. I can't help it.
So in that sense, you can't make yourself love what's good for you, but you can learn to make good choices for yourself. You can learn to not just follow your hormones or your emotions, but to keep your brain engaged in the process. Because you can be incredibly attracted to somebody and have very strong feelings for them and still say, this is not a good decision for me.
Right.
This is not a good decision for my life. So in that sense, it is good advice. Like I say, I have a theory. I don't know anything about Stephenie Meyer's personal life or upbringing. I have a theory she had a pretty great dad. Because it's the one character that I look at and I'm like, she actually gets great dads. Like, she understands. Like, I don't really have a lot of critiques of Charlie other than the porn stash. But...
Of course, what do I know?
Exactly.
I'm not.
All right. Rick?
That one.
It's the touching the hands. It's such a sleazy high school guy move.
Good.
Let me help you with that. I'm gonna look at you with the smolder. Did you see the smolder?
Oh, he turned that smolder up to 11, man.
And that's not symbolic as the engine revs as he looks at her and touches her hands.
Bella. Stop.
Whoa.
He shows up in her imagination to tell her what
all
to
right?
No, I think he's reaching out across time.
I'm gonna go
Or is that not what's happening?
do. No.
This is just her
It's an
imagination.
imaginary thing.
So she sees him as the
She
morning
has,
voice.
remember, she has special brain and he can't read her mind. This is literally just her psychosis that she's riding past on a
Okay, so
motorcycle.
she's hallucinating. She's seeing things that aren't there. So she actually is going a little crazy.
Hit the brake!
Oof. Big McLarge huge.
You trying to get yourself killed?
Hey, props to Taylor Lautner for
No,
lifting some
forget it.
weights.
No more bikes.
Your wig is bleeding.
Your head.
This fake blood is so bad too. Oh man.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Did she say I'm sorry?
You're apologizing for bleeding.
Exactly.
He actually calls her on it.
Yeah, I guess I am.
So
But does she learn
It's
from
just
it?
blood, Bella. No big deal.
this,
Let me get your blood there.
would you like some cake with this beef? So
And now she's looking at him differently, isn't she? She just gave him a little tiny elevator look. Even through her hazy stupor.
You should hold out for someone with a stronger stomach.
Like,
Someone who laughs.
I'm surprised he didn't whip it off right there.
with a stronger stomach, like this stomach.
He's basically Matthew
I
McConaughey,
feel
you
bad.
know?
He probably has that flu that's going around.
Oops.
What? I can't hold your hand?
No, of course you can.
Just you can't. What?
I just think it means something a little different to you.
So
Well, what would it mean to her?
Okay, well,
To
tell
him,
me
it
something.
would be romantic tenderness.
like
To
it,
her, it
right?
would be... What?
what?
don't do this.
Just let me
use you
for what I...
for my emotional fulfillment.
Yep.
Because you're about to ruin everything.
But you know what? Good for her for blaming somebody else for a change,
I need...
even if it's inaccurate.
Yeah.
She's not very practiced, so...
He doesn't know.
She doesn't know what it looks like.
I'm not gonna give up.
I don't want you to.
The one...
What the hell? I'm not going to give up. I don't want you to.
Because I don't want you to go anywhere.
Oh, but just because I don't want you to go anywhere. So I'm okay with you pursuing me romantically.
It's really selfish.
It is.
I mean,
Thank
she
you.
acknowledges that it's selfish, but I'm still going to do it.
I'm not like a car that you can fix up.
She's got more self-awareness this
I'm
time
never
out.
gonna run right.
So that's growth.
So I should be fair to you.
Well, I can push back on that. She
It's because of him.
almost has self-awareness because she says, you know, this is selfish of me. But then she says, I'm not a car you can fix up. I'm never going to run right. That's not self-aware.
No.
That's just emo teenage crap.
Yeah.
I'm just so broken. You're never going to be able to fix me. So we can never be together, but I need to have you around for my feels.
Well, it's hard to understand how life works and how personal growth works when your entire life is wrapped up in one person.
Sure.
And that is the nexus of abusive relationships, is I can't evolve, I can't grow because my entire self-worth is attached to this other individual and the choices that they make, and I'm completely at their whim and mercy. Now, she here, I'm not saying she needs to choose Jacob. She doesn't have to. Just because he's nice to her doesn't mean she has to choose him.
Right.
But she is completely closed off to even exploring that possibility because of her attachment to Edward, who's been awful to her.
Can't trust vampires. Trust me.
My worth and my hope for the future is tied up in what Edward chooses to do.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is. And, you know, I'm very much Team Jacob
Yeah.
throughout most of this because he's a teenage boy. He's not perfect. He's a little bit dumb and a little bit selfish, but for the most part, he cares about her, tries to take care of her. He's decent.
Yeah. And he doesn't
He's got
always
them abs.
He doesn't always honor her choices, but he's got a way higher batting average than Edward.
Way better.
You know?
He's approaching like human territory
No problem.
as opposed to block of wood territory.
I do envy him one thing.
Look,
Can I have your baby later? Not like
I
have
know
it,
what
but
he did to you.
Like take it from you.
Bella,
Raise it
never.
as my own child and then fall in love with him and marry it. That's what I would like to have happen. Is that cool?
I promise.
That's actually why I have a crush on you right now. Because half of the genes of the thing that I'm going to take from you and raise and then marry later come from you. So that's what this is.
But look at this. He's saying, I'll always take care of you. I won't let you down. I won't leave you.
Yeah.
And you can see she actually wants that so bad. Like, she puts her head on his shoulder because it's like, it's so appealing to her. Again, she doesn't need to get this from Jacob. She doesn't need to choose him because he's nice to her. But this is a good thing for her.
Yes.
And she's just like, well, I just want it to be Edward. And that's the thing about abusive relationships, especially that I see so much in counseling, is they will want the behavioral change. They want the abusive partner to become the good partner, and they're just waiting for it to happen.
Right.
And they hold on to the exceptions. They hold on to the good moments in hope for the future, instead of saying, you know what? Maybe instead of a fixer-upper, I should just go with somebody who's already got their act together.
Who's already doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be with Jacob instead. And then when Edward comes back, I should not care.
Right. Or if I'm not with Jacob, at least somebody who treats me like Jacob. Like, I've had relationships like that where it didn't work out, but I learned from that relationship, I want to be with someone who treats me like this person did.
Absolutely.
You know, like, that was a really healthy thing. But instead, Bella's like, nah, I'm trusting that Edward's going to get his act together.
He's going to figure it out.
If someone breaks your heart, I promise you, your life is worth more than that.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back. And the way it'll grow back is not by detachment and pulling away and screaming in bed and engaging in risky behaviors.
Listening to some, like, late 2000s emo,
Oh, sure.
jangly crap for a couple of days. Drink a bunch of hot cocoa.
Yeah, you know, treat yourself.
Be real sad for a minute.
your friends want to be there for you, let them. Your family wants to be there for you, let them. And if those things aren't available to you because like maybe your family sucks and maybe you live far away from your friends, there are support groups. There are resources you can turn to so that you're not alone. But what cannot happen is your whole identity be so wrapped up in somebody else that if that goes, then there's nothing left of you but a shell.
Yeah.
Next time on Cinema Therapy.
At least once per Twilight shot, I have to breathe.
Never acted out again.
What did he say?
Listen, if we were going to write a list of all the things Bella
Fair.
should have done.
That's fair. We are shooting all over her.
Oh, that shouldn't have been so funny. I'm real punchy. This has been a long movie. Let's go.